Welcome everyone to my new home away from home. I'm currently in a roughly 100 square foot autonomous pod. Now that sounds like a funny combination of words, let me explain. Autonomous.ai is our brand new amazing furniture, desk, chair, overall office and home brand partner. And they make fantastic desks and chairs and stands and all sorts of office products that are perfect for the average modern home. But if you already have a modern home stuffed full of amazing technology and other things and dogs and children and people who want your attention and you'd like to get away without actually having to get far away, they now offer this very interesting, very novel space called the Work Pod. And potentially the gaming pod. So Artesian Builds and Autonomous teamed up to craft this into a gaming pod. Earlier we had a Lian Li case in here, which was wonderful. We've still got our classic Pluto case in here as a sort of workstation environment system and some lovely monitors from Pixio. So we're gonna help Autonomous furnish these things with all the sorts of gear you would want to play games and work and whatever else, and they'll control the cabinets and the walls and the roof and the glass and the desks and everything else that you might need to fully feature this kind of space. The pods are around $20,000, but when you think about literally adding real estate to your backyard and having a space you can go, it potentially is cheaper than paying for a whole office space you'd have to rent somewhere else far away. There's no bathroom in the pod, as far as I'm aware, but there is a lovely sloped roof that takes the rain off and pretty soundproof walls, nice thick glass doors in the front, some lovely windows over in the side, some storage, and power and air conditioning. There are 3 lovely sets of outlets, lights in the ceiling, and an AC unit behind me. So this thing is climate controlled, and it is definitely not an uncomfortable spot to be. It's not huge, but this is a very, very fully sized desk, a fully featured full-size desk. And I'm sitting here, my fully featured full-size self, in this pretty large autonomous chair. You can see it's a pretty decent kind of space to work, and certainly feels like you have everything you need while sitting down. This is really a pretty spacious little office room, and you feel like an executive when you're in this thing, whether or not you actually are in your work or play life. I suspect that people who want a quiet space to concentrate, take calls, do work outside of the home while still being really close to home could find this to be a really appealing option, and I think they offer financing, although don't quote me on that. We're not here trying to sell this thing to you, we're trying to imagine why someone would want this particular pod. And to be completely honest, coming out here into this pod space, it's established in a backyard near our own office, right in San Francisco in the Bay Area. It's not a bad spot to be. You know, in certain environments, things might not be perfect. It's definitely a nice, bright, open space. So it depends what you're trying to get away from or get toward. But overall, it is a very, very pleasant spot to be. And the pods will come at least partially furnished with cool stuff like desks, chairs, etc. So you can just get in there, put your stuff in, do yoga, have a barbecue, what have you. Use it as a kid's playhouse. It is the ultimate addition to any sort of home situation. If you have a yard, you can put one in. I don't think I would Airbnb it out yet, but I'm sure someone will try in the future. That's everything I can think of to say right now. It's definitely a very unique space to be, and if you have any questions at all, of course, feel free to ask us or ask Autonomous. Thank you for joining us in the Artesian Builds / Autonomous work and gaming pod right here in someone's backyard. We'll see you again next time.